Have you ever found yourself wide awake in the middle of the night, staring at the ceiling while the rest of the world seems to be in a deep, peaceful sleep? Maybe you're tiptoeing to the bathroom for the third time, feeling that familiar chill of the floor beneath your bare feet. If this sounds like your nightly ritual, you are absolutely not alone. I'm Dr. Meena Sharma, and I've heard countless stories just like yours. There's Uncle Rajan from Kolkata, who knows this dance all too well, and Auntie Kamala from Pune, who joked she had to change 4 alarm clocks because she kept waking up even when no alarm was set. The silent nighttime disruptor. Today, we're going to talk about something quietly powerful that impacts the quality of life for so many, especially after 60 nighttime urination, or what we medically call nocturia. For too long, many of us, or our loved ones, have just accepted this as part of getting older. But here's a surprising truth. Science shows that over 78% of seniors are unknowingly following 5 small habits that make their kidneys work overtime, completely messing with that precious deep sleep. And the really good news? You don't need medicine to fix this. With just a few simple, smart changes, done the right way at the right time, you can reclaim those peaceful, uninterrupted nights. So tell me, where are you watching this from today? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know who I'm connecting with. And if you find these insights helpful, please hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it so we can keep sharing simple wisdom for better health every week. Let's start this journey together. The thirsty culprit, your evening habits. All right, let's dive into the very first habit that often quietly disrupts our sleep, leading to those frustrating bathroom trips. Many folks assume, oh, I just need to stop drinking water right before bed. And while that's a good start, the reality is a bit more nuanced and, frankly, a lot more surprising. Think about your evening routine. Maybe you enjoy a comforting cup of herbal tea, a bowl of soup, or even a juicy piece of fruit for dessert. Sounds healthy, right? Well, these seemingly innocent choices can actually be the quiet culprits behind your frequent nighttime awakenings. It's not just about avoiding plain water, it's about being mindful of all liquids and high water content foods. Let me tell you about Auntie Kamala Devi, a wonderful 72-year-old woman I know. For years, she'd wake up 4 or 5 times every single night. She tried everything avoiding water after 9 p.m., even considering bladder surgery. Nothing worked. She once told me, I felt like a night watchman, guarding my own bladder. After we talked, Auntie Kamala discovered something truly eye-opening. It was her beloved evening chamomile tea and the comforting lentil soup she cherished that were putting pressure on her bladder. The solution was surprisingly simple, yet incredibly effective. We established a liquid cutoff time, 3 hours before bed. From that point on, she limited all water-rich items, warm milk, fruits, soups, and even those innocent-looking ice pops within that window. And the results? In just 2 weeks, she started waking up only once a night. And some nights, she even slept straight through until morning. Can you imagine the relief? This simple change also helps your body produce more vasopressin, a natural hormone that helps reduce urine production overnight. So you're not just sleeping deeper, you're waking up feeling lighter, clearer, and more refreshed. Now, if you're on medications that make you thirsty, or if you live with diabetes, it's always wise to chat with your doctor about shifting your fluid intake earlier in the day. And if you're truly worried about late-night thirst, keep a small water bottle by your bedside, but only reach for it if you genuinely need it, not just out of habit. As Auntie Kamala joyfully put it, one small change, skipping that cup of tea, brought back my entire night's rest. Now each morning I feel like I've regained 10 years of my life. Perhaps this small shift could be your first step toward rediscovering that renewed vitality, too. What do you usually have in the evenings? Share your thoughts in the comments below. The dinner dilemma: when and what you eat. Matters all right. Let's move on to the second common habit that often sneaks up on us and disrupts our precious sleep: eating dinner too late and consuming certain healthy foods at the wrong time. Now, this might surprise you because many of these foods are genuinely good for you. Think about it. Watermelon, asparagus, celery, even your beloved coffee, chocolate, or that soothing green tea. What do they all have in common? They're often natural diuretics. This means they gently but effectively encourage your kidneys and bladder to produce more urine. And if you're consuming them after, say, 4 p.m., you're essentially setting your body up for an overnight marathon of urine production, keeping your bladder busy and your sleep interrupted. Let me introduce you to Arun, a vibrant 68-year-old living in a sunny part of India. For years, nocturia left him utterly drained. He'd spend his days dozing off in his backyard chair, feeling like a ghost. He never once suspected that his delicious evening vegetable curries, packed with cucumber and tomato, or that calming cup of green tea after dinner, were secretly making his nights restless. Aaron used to eat dinner around 8:30 p.m., often sharing light conversation with his wife. Every night, like clockwork, he'd wake up at 1 a.m., 3:30 a.m., and then again at 5:30 a.m. He just thought, well, this is normal for my age. But after talking it through, Arun made 2 incredibly simple changes. First, he shifted his dinner time to 6 p.m., and second, he completely avoided those diuretic foods and drinks after 4 p.m. What happened? In just 10 days, he was waking up only once during the night, and within 3 weeks, he could sleep uninterrupted for 6 straight hours. This isn't magic. It's just working with your body. Aligning dinner time with your natural circadian rhythm gives your digestive system ample time to process everything before you even think about sleep. It reduces the strain on your bladder, improves digestion, and can even help ease acid reflux. Plus, your body absorbs nutrients better, Aaron told me, with a newfound sparkle in his eyes. I thought I had to live with it forever, but moving dinner earlier and skipping that cup of tea changed everything. My wife even joked that I looked energetic enough to attend the morning yoga class with her. Sometimes, it really does take just one simple change to rediscover the joy of a full night's rest. Have you noticed any specific foods or drinks affecting your sleep? Share your experiences in the comments below, the just in case. Habit. Are you accidentally training your bladder? So far, we've talked about what you drink and when you eat. Now, let's tackle a habit that often feels like the sensible thing to do. A little bedtime ritual passed down through generations, especially in many cultures. The just-in-case bathroom trip right before bed. You know the one. You don't really feel the urge, but you figure, better safe than sorry, right? Empty the bladder, ensure a peaceful night. But what if this well-meaning ritual is actually, quietly, training your body into a restless cycle? It might sound counterintuitive, but your bladder is an amazing organ made of muscles that learn habits. When you frequently empty your bladder, even when it's not truly full, it starts to get lazy, or rather, over-eager. It begins to send those urgency signals with much smaller volumes, say 100 to 150 milliliters instead of its full capacity of 300 to 500 milliliters. The result? Frequent wake-ups for barely a trickle. I saw this firsthand with Savita Joshi, a lovely 74-year-old who lived with her granddaughter. Every night she'd finish her day with a warm glass of milk, a few pages of her holy book, and then that just-in-case bathroom visit. I didn't really feel the urge, she admitted to me, but I thought it would help me sleep better. Yet, she found herself waking up at least 3 times every single night. After consulting with a urologist, Savita was genuinely surprised to learn her routine might be part of the problem. We began working on what we called the true urge principle. This meant only visiting the toilet when there was a genuine need. Instead of rushing off, she'd try reading a few more pages, meditating lightly, or listening to some soothing music for 15 or 20 minutes. Slowly but surely, her bladder relearned to wait until it was truly full before signaling. And guess what? Within weeks, she was sleeping uninterrupted for 5 to 6 hours, something she hadn't experienced in years. She beamed. I never realized I was creating my own problem. Now, I trust my body more. I wake up each morning feeling energized, like I did in my younger days. Of course, if you're on diuretics or have a specific medical condition, always chat with your doctor before changing habits. And for those with limited mobility, keeping a small bottle bedside is perfectly fine. But again, try to use it only when truly needed, not out of habit. Sometimes, letting go of one small habit can restore an entire night's sleep, just like it did for Savita. Do you have a just-in-case habit before bed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your sleep position, a hidden bladder culprit. All right, let's tackle a habit that most people wouldn't ever connect with nighttime bathroom trips, but it's surprisingly crucial. Your sleeping posture and even your pillow choice. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? Yet, in many homes, how we sleep and what we sleep on is more about old habits than actual health. Think about it. When we talk about staying healthy, we often focus on diet, exercise, stress. But rarely do we stop to consider the 8-hour we spend in bed. Here's why it matters. Sleeping on your stomach or in any position that compresses your abdomen can directly stress your bladder. This constant pressure can create a false signal, essentially tricking your body into thinking it needs to wake up and urinate, even if your bladder isn't truly full, and it doesn't stop there. What about your pillow? A pillow that's too high or too flat can actually disrupt blood circulation. During the day, poor circulation might cause fluid to accumulate in your legs. That little bit of swelling you might notice. But here's the kicker. When you lie down at night, that fluid has nowhere to go but back into your bloodstream. This makes your kidneys work harder while you're trying to drift off to dreamland. I remember Mr. Shankar Menon, a wonderful 71-year-old retired math teacher. For over 30 years, he had this firm habit of sleeping on his stomach. He truly believed it kept his heartbeat calm. But he struggled with severe nocturia for decades. When he finally saw a sleep specialist, the first surprising insight he received was about his posture. The specialist explained how his stomach sleeping habit was silently pressing on his bladder. The solution for Mr. Menon was beautifully simple. He changed his sleeping posture to lying on his left side with a pillow between his knees. And he swapped his old pillow for one that properly supported his head, keeping his neck aligned with his spine. What happened? In just 2 weeks, he reported sleeping for 5 to 6 continuous hours without waking. Science backs this up. Sleeping on your left side with a pillow between your legs helps align your spine, eases pressure on the bladder, supports circulation, and even reduces back pain, all leading to deeper, more restorative rest. With a gentle smile, Mr. Menon shared, "I never imagined it was just the way I was lying down. Now I wake up, not only without the urge to rush to the bathroom, but also with less back stiffness and a lighter feeling overall. I only wish I had known this decades ago." Sometimes the simplest, no-cost changes can bring the biggest relief. So, how do you usually sleep? Do you pay attention to your pillow? Let me know in the comments below. The unseen details, room temperature, and your sleepwear. We've talked about what you eat, what you drink, how you prepare for bed, and even how you position yourself. Now let's explore the final, often overlooked piece of the puzzle that can dramatically transform your sleep: the temperature of your bedroom and the clothes you sleep in. Think about it. We spend so much time on bedtime rituals: a warm drink, maybe some essential oils, calming music. Yet how often do we truly consider the environment we're sleeping in? The very air around us and the fabric touching our skin play a huge role in the quality of our rest. Here's why it matters. When your room gets too warm, your body has to work harder to cool itself down. To do this, your blood circulation increases, and as more blood flows through your system, more fluid passes through your kidneys. This silent internal mechanism leads to increased urine production overnight, and yep, more trips to the bathroom. I recall Mrs. Kamala Devi, a 69-year-old retired school teacher. For years, she slept in a sealed room, no fan, wearing thick flannel pajamas, even during the warmer months. She believed this warmth helped her drift off. But every single night, she'd wake up 4 or 5 times, drenched in sweat, feeling restless and tired. It was a vicious cycle. Experts explained that her improper room temperature and unsuitable sleepwear were disrupting her body's natural heat balance. The solution was remarkably simple. She switched to breathable cotton nightwear, used a small fan for air circulation, and even cracked her window slightly to let in the night breeze. The results were almost immediate. In just 1 week, her nighttime awakenings dropped by half. By the 3rd week, she shared, "I always blamed age, but it turns out it was just my pajamas and the heat." Many of us are accustomed to layering up at night, especially in cooler climates, or if we tend to feel cold. But studies suggest that excessive insulation can actually interrupt restful sleep. The ideal sleeping temperature for deep rest is around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. And loose, airy fabrics like cotton or linen allow your body to regulate heat naturally without overheating. If you're prone to feeling cold, try layering 2 or 3 lighter garments and using a breathable blanket instead of trapping heat under one heavy comforter. Overheating not only causes sweating but can also disrupt those crucial hormonal rhythms essential for truly deep, restorative sleep. Mrs. Kamala beamed as she told me, "Who would have thought that the fabric I wore and the air in my room would let me sleep like a child again? These days, I wake up feeling fresher, my body feels lighter, and my mood has lifted too." Sometimes the smallest changes in our environment can bring about the greatest comfort. A cooler room and gentler fabric might just be the peaceful night you've long been seeking. What's your bedroom temperature like right now? Do you prefer sleeping warm or cool? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious to hear. Your path to peaceful nights starts now. So, my dear friends, may I ask you something truly important? What has been waking you up 2, 3, or even 4 times each night for all these years? Perhaps you just thought it was age catching up to you, maybe a weaker bladder, as so many of us have been led to believe. But now we know better, don't we? We've walked through 5 simple, yet incredibly powerful habit changes that can help you reclaim your peaceful nights. From simply adjusting your pillow position and being mindful of your sleep posture, to having a lighter dinner earlier in the evening, carefully managing your fluid intake before bed, and even optimizing your room temperature and sleepwear. These might sound like small details, but in truth, they are golden keys. Why complicate your body with harsh solutions or unnecessary medications when natural, gentle adjustments can bring such profound relief and healing? Across homes big and small, from bustling cities to quiet towns, countless individuals have started to shift these long-held habits. And what they're discovering is truly surprising. They're no longer waking up with that same urgency to urinate. Their sleep stretches through the night, allowing them to rise, feeling lighter, more refreshed, and genuinely ready to greet the morning with energy and a gentle smile. If you're still with me now, reading these final lines, it means you truly care about your health, your peace, and your daily joy. So I invite you, share with us in the comments below which part of this video resonated with you the most. Or if that feels too personal, simply type the word hope. So we know you're still holding on to the possibility of better days. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on that notification bell, and please share this video with a friend or loved one who might be silently searching for a restful night. You've spent your life caring for your family. Now it's time to care for you. Wishing you the most peaceful sleep tonight, and I'll see you in the next video.